Hi guys, welcome back to More Americans. We are on to episode 5 of season 5. Had to think then. They've both got a new mark. Elizabeth is having a little bit more success than Philip is, but they are both progressing with it, trying to get to the bottom of who is responsible for potentially, I say potentially because Elizabeth made a comment in the end of the last episode saying, I've got to sit down and listen to him tell his little jokes. The man's joking whilst working on a way of making a country starve. We don't know that for sure. The company could be involved. We don't know whether it's directly him or his work or his research making these freaking bugs. So I'm going to hold off for now because I don't think we've got the whole story with it yet. Anyway, we're going to carry on, find out, shall we? Let's go watch episode 5.
Department of Agriculture. Alexei, tell them about me.
That's great. What's the job?
Russian language instructor. My English, not so good.
No, you are. You're perfect
It's
for
not
that.
bad.
Hi.
Hey.
What a sad life. What a miserable existence. Or is she concentrating? You have to concentrate a bit more when you get older to get across the line, shall we say.
Do you want to hear about Lotus 1, 2, 3?
I do, but the audience probably doesn't.
You haven't worked outside the residentura before. It's a different game trying to get sideways into the KGB. This is what we do.
But we approach them. Their people have them so terrified. The odds
Even
are...
if we just scare them, we still win. KGB goes crazy. They send people home. They investigate forever. Weakness of their system. If nothing else, we keep the KGB busy and irritated.
Henry, he's really come into his own. He's prepared, he's interested, and he's demonstrated a real aptitude for challenging material.
That's, I mean...
Shocking,
Great.
unexpected,
Which is why I want
surprising.
to use him in Algebra 2.
I said it
Unless
would
you
be
think
good.
it's a bad idea.
No.
Did just
That-
weren't
of
expecting
course.
it.
Yeah, that'd be...
Turns out your son has an aptitude for mathematics by the sounds of it. Go figure.
Henry. Our Henry.
I'm good at math.
If she gets a job teaching Russian at the CIA,
There's a chance we could get every officer they're training for Moscow.
Why didn't I think of that? Oh, yeah.
hey!
See, it shows I don't think like a spy.
Perfect timing! Me and the boys are gonna see Romancing the Stone. Well, you guys are still invited. We can grab a drink after.
Yeah, Matthew's staying at Sanders, so we have to drop him off after the movie.
You fly fish?
Wow.
Never.
Nope.
I'm gonna teach him.
He's giving a proper good go at it here, Stan, isn't he?
We didn't know you were so good at math.
Yeah, I like it.
Probably why you're so good at it.
Busy to pay any attention to it.
Anyway, we were very pleasantly surprised.
I guess I was a little aggressive about this thing with my boss.
You think?
I may have said a little too much.
You overstepped the fucking line, dude. Threatening to go to the press. And she's always getting her fucking thighs and her legs out in everything she's in.
And the chief is still there. We've been giving the center a lot of detailed reports about Stan. He's vulnerable. They know he's a loner, that we go for her type.
You think we sent her?
Oh, it is possible.
I'm just saying.
The weird part is, I've had that on my mind. The only thing that's making me think not is because of the way in which it was initiated, that Stan initiated this. He's the one who noticed her at the gym. He was one who took 2 or 3 visits to even pluck up the courage to even go over and talk to her. That's a hell of a very slow, long burn spy maneuver if she's planted herself in his visual range just to wait for him to come to her and then be pliable and then end up where they are, where they're in bed with each other already. But the actress herself, mainly known for playing Andrea, of course, in The Walking Dead, way back, played a Russian spy in The X-Files. I can't remember her name because it's a Russian name and it was really complicated, but it wouldn't put it past me that they've introduced that actress in particular, because I know she speaks some Russian. I don't know. Same kind of deal with Nina.
Понять, как тут все устроено, поможете нам?
Ну, вы знаете, здесь все непросто. Вечно чего-то не хватает. Приходится...
Мы просто хотим знать, с кем вы имеете дело. Ну, там такой-то, тут тот-то. Ну, вот у вас Волга новенькая стоит. А тут такое счастье.
How did you afford that?
Знаете, жена у меня такая экономная.
А у вас сын есть?
There we go. This is what they do. Apply the pressure in the right place.
Может повернуться. Мы это знаем.
This is the
Арестовать меня
KGB,
хотите,
you
так
know.
арестовывайте. Ладно, а иначе вон отсюда.
Ничего, пару деньков помаринуется. Сам приползет. Сын все-таки.
See if he softens. See if he's mothering about his son. This is how they operated. I'm waiting for this poor lad to just literally show up at his door. I don't know how much information he has from his mum. I have a feeling he's down on his luck now. He's got here, but I don't think he's got much money left. Oh, hang on. No, he has this contact number.
This is Stasi McAllister.
Mrs. Code.
I need to see Dr. Walters.
Call back tomorrow, 4 p.m.
Okay. It's all James Bond time. Coitus.
I had a crush on Matthew when I first met him. He had a lot of hair and played guitar. With all the garbage in my life, that he would make me feel better. Being with him only makes me feel worse, though.
You know, we know the circumstances as to why she's the way she is, because she's overthinking everything, because everything in her life has now become so complicated. But if you were to just not tell or inform someone of all of that and have her go and see like a doctor or a clinical psychologist, they would say that she has severe emotional and depression issues, just the way that she is. She's a teenage girl at the prime of her life, looking forward to be able to moving on, going to college and discovering who she is. And she's so... They've... By her pushing so much and them having to reveal as much as they've revealed, they've pushed her back in on herself. And I don't think she knows who she is anymore, because she doesn't really know who her family is and she doesn't know who her parents are. It's all been a lie. But it's just, the actress in herself is doing a very good job, because she's making us resent her. Because she's always like this, and she's always in a bad mood, and she's always down and depressed, and so she's doing a good job.
Maybe I'm meant to be alone.
Dude, you're like 15. They have done a number on her, and it wasn't their doing, it wasn't their intention.
I've been tracking every signal Philip gets since Misha disappeared.
How did he get here?
Does it matter
sure
now?
It wasn't a walk in the park.
He's already been in trouble for speaking out against the war.
I agree.
His mother defected, he got himself arrested. And now he's come here to see a father he's never met. How do you think the people at the center are going to feel about a meeting between Philip and his wayward son?
And what you're going to do with him if you stop him from seeing him?
He was put in a psychiatric institution because he thinks the war in Afghanistan is a joke.
Oh, more complications.
You care about him. We both do. But he's shaky.
Я вижу.
Заходи, заходи, знакомься. Это Инна Астахова.
Да, конечно. Здравствуйте.
А вот Ильина Сачко. Мы были соседи, когда был маленький. Вместе играли.
Девочки приготовили ужин.
Just you to bring that up.
Пожалуй.
You gonna take your coat off?
Нет, я.
Нет, я налью. Водочки?
Need to speak with you.
Я сейчас вперед.
Yeah, he doesn't like where this is going.
Что вы за цирк там устроили?
Ты о чем? Олег, я так хочу, чтобы ты нашел себе счастье.
Как вам в голову могло прийти, что одна из этих дурёх меня заинтересует?
Ладно,
Yeah, we know what you're doing.
Дай им шанс.
Я сам.
Ты с ними даже не разговаривал. Одна из них вполне может стать тебе
Stop playing
идеальной
soap.
парой.
Не лезьте с этими вещами в мою жизнь.
Is everything okay?
Yeah.
And?
I miss you.
Me too. I've been having these memories of my childhood.
How rough it was.
My father.
Yeah.
Bringing home food and clothing.
Here we go.
Yes?
This is Stacy.
There is an appointment available tomorrow, 11 a.m., Best Truman Park.
All right.
Yes.
Russian.
He's a good guy. He puts his whole heart into everything. Just can't win them all.
As long as he doesn't root against the Kings, he's in the clear.
He's trying to move on with his life. It's gonna finish him. I like the way in which they introduced her because it didn't give us any indications of it. Right. I didn't realise who it was watching. Okay. They're just keeping their eye on it.
I've never had a boyfriend before. I don't know how to do that.
But you're not behaving normally, as far as he's concerned. I just hope she doesn't decide to confide in him. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep our eye on it, aren't we? The fact that we're watching him tailor her. This guy's a drip. Of course he's a drip, he's a scientist. No offense to scientists, but they're not the most
Ever seen someone
sociable
make a
people.
s'more inside before? Wow. Egypt, cooking exotic foods, science, sex.
Well, life's short.
What is it that you do exactly?
Yeah, let's get to the point,
Right
shall
now,
we?
I'm working on saving the world. I could resist pests, drought, fungi. The poorest people in the world could feed themselves. Or under the worst dictatorships, you see famines cause wars.
You're a real idealist.
No, I'm a realist. We need to develop crops that can withstand almost anything. We take the strongest wheat plants from around the world. We crossbreed them. Then we get the most destructive pests we can find, test the new plants, and breed again.
This is what I was saying. This is what I was fearful of, that they've got this completely backwards. Because in order, it's like coming up with a vaccine for something. In order to do what he is talking about here, you have to create an aggressive approach to be able to come up with a hardy enough grain and a crop for it to withstand, as he says, anything. He's looking at trying to feed the world's poorest, and like you said, in dictatorships and all sorts. I think they've got all of this backwards, because all they've got is a piece of the research and a name to go with it.
And we're close to developing the strongest strain of wheat the world's ever known.
And you...
See a look on her face, she's working it out.
When you have it?
What are you going to do with it?
Well, I mean, I work for a company and they sell it. But it would make food supplies cheap.
He's not an evil scientist. He's not Dr. Evil. Yeah, that's just opened Elizabeth's eyes a bit, hasn't it?
Old patterns between parents and children. It's all around us. But because we can't see it can't experience it, it seems like it must be very far away. When old habits and belief systems, all the things your mind is telling you about who they are, who you are.
Close to the bone for Philip right now, the topic of discussion. Feel sorry for this lad, I do. No, here he comes. Yeah, read it right. You're not gonna like make out like he's dead or something, are you, and to stop him looking?
I am not whom you were expecting. I'm not. Do you speak English?
Not enough.
Little.
I will take you someplace where we can talk.
Like it.
I want to see father.
He's gonna think this is a trap.
You come with me. I will explain everything.
No.
And no, he's not gonna want to.
It's impossible. It would put him in terrible
danger. Yeah.
But I come for him.
I know. A long way.
You understand?
It must be very hard. You must forget this. You cannot see him.
Forget father?
No, not here. I will get you home. You will be safe. Maybe someday. But not here.
Poor bastard. Oh, that's rough. It's just, it's I wish more people would watch this show because it's about us, it's about life, it's about people, it's about cold, hard truth.
Where are they?
Paige is at a church thing.
While Philip is busy reminiscing about what his father did for him.
Henry's studying at Chris's house.
We got it wrong.
Yes, you did.
Stobart isn't looking to poison us or our food.
Trying to do the opposite.
He wants to save people.
From what?
Pests, drought.
Famine.
Whatever. To feed the world.
But to do that...
So...
You got the wrong end of the stick.
The bugs in the lab were there to test the crops for resistance.
He told you?
This is what scientists do. They run experiments.
You believe him?
Yeah, yes. I do. Granted, the company will make money and a profit out of it, otherwise they wouldn't be funding the research. But
so the guy in the lab, the one we...
Yeah, killed.
We didn't know.
Yeah, he didn't. But he died for nothing. Killed someone for the information, and your information was bogus.
Pasha will come by. It would be good for at least one of you to be here.
Sorry, we can't. You do very well by yourself.
Yeah, he does, actually.
I know, but
yeah.
It looks better.
He's right.
That guy in the lab. That can't happen. Ever again.
We'll be more careful.
You were going off the information you were given. You thought it was vital.
More careful? This has been hard for me.
It's getting harder and harder for him.
Time. You know that, right?
Maybe it can just be me.
No. It's us. It's us.
You're a package deal. And I'm not talking about the marriage, I mean them as two spies. You are a package deal. Wow. I actually really enjoy this show. And for once, I landed on a key piece of information that was rolling around up here, trying to work out have we got this backwards. And I did mention it before it was revealed that maybe we've got this guy wrong. His whole mannerism and the way he is as a person, as an individual, as a man, as a scientist, all of it, the whole thing, it doesn't come again. The hubris and the arrogance and the all of that's not present. He just sees himself as a realist rather than Elizabeth saying that he's an idealist. Got it all wrong. And Elizabeth revealing that to him at this point, and the fact that he killed that guy in the lab for no reason whatsoever, that you were working on a premise passed on from the centre through to Gabriel, to you, and the evidence that Liz had found, you put 2 and 2 together, you got 7. It was wrong. I felt something wasn't right. So that ends that. Whether that now goes back to the centre or not, I don't know, through Gabriel. Talking of which, that whole thing with his son, I've been worried about that ever since he started the journey to try to get here. That they are going to hear that he's here. Doesn't matter the how, why, where, and how he did it and how he got here. He's here, and that they were going to intervene. He's not just going to be able to figure out who he is, where he is, what his name is, where he lives, and turn up at his door. He's going to have some sort of interaction and connection, or as it turned out to be, a phone call with an emergency code that obviously Philip and his mother had already had arranged. But of course Gabriel has to intervene and pretty much say, look, it's never going to happen. Not here, not in the US. Stop speaking Russian, not out here, not in public. I'll take you home. Maybe one day you might see him. We know what that fucking means. Poor git. And this whole new relationship that Stan's embarked on with our blonde chick, Andrea. I don't know her name in this. I've forgotten her name in this because she's not really been focused on much up until now. And I wasn't thinking about it at all until they had the discussion between the two of them. Have we sent her here as the centre? Sent her because they know Stan, they know who he is, they know his circumstances, they know he's vulnerable right now. Have they put her in to be noticed and to be directly in front of him? But the way in which he met her just doesn't feel like pushy enough, that she didn't insert herself in his visual in his visual range. He did that. Or is this just coincidence? I don't know. That was an interesting episode. I will be back anyway for episode 6 next week. Till then, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Please tell more people about this show. Not enough people watch this show, and I know my demographic for this channel is above the age of 25 all the way up to 70. So I know there's plenty of people out there in the right age group that would find this interesting. Obviously anyone 25 or under, probably not. But I think I've got about a 2% demographic of people that watch this channel that are in that age group. I don't appeal to them. I don't expect them to. Right. So yes, tell people about the show. And while you're at it, hit the sub down there if you haven't already. You should have done by now. And if you do want to really help the channel out, please check the link in the description. That will take you to Patreon, and you can watch all of these episodes completely uncut over there. I will leave you to check that out. See you for episode 6 next. Take care.